speaking of reading the news, you read the PCIJ report on
Yes.
the ad spending before the campaign period. According to the PCIJ, you were the fourth biggest spender on ads even before campaign season started. According to PCIJ, said you spent 174 million pesos in 2018, and that, they noted, was about 75 million more than your stated net worth.
Well, I don't know where they got the figure. But if
Well,
I
they
had,
got it from
Nielsen.
from Nielsen.
well, that's a wrong figure because I did not spend 174. If I did, I'd probably commit suicide already by now, having lost 174 billion. No, that's not true. They probably based it on what is known as the card
Yeah,
price,
probably that.
which is never the case. They inflate it by almost 700% because they are anticipating implementation of a law, which I co-authored in the House, requiring networks to give 30% discount. So they will give the 30% on the basis of their net card cost, or whatever you call it. No? So it's not true. I keep on telling myself I should write a letter to PCIJ for accuracy purposes. I have never really done it because, I like my life right now. And I don't really mind people thinking I could spend 174 million.
Yeah,
Part
but
of me
even,
tells me, let them think I'm rich. But anyway, it's not true.
but even at 700%, that's still spending quite a substantial amount of money. That's still about 20 million or so million pesos. Was that out of pocket?
Well, I owe my wife and some relatives a certain amount, but some of it really was given by contributors, no? And of course, I've had 30 years of practice behind me, so I really didn't have to go out of my way to ask, no? People just voluntarily help, no? But of course, I'm still in debt, at least to my wife, no? Because I promised to return a certain portion, thinking that when I'm able to raise funds, then I will reimburse the community asset, no? But of course, since I dropped out, I could no longer reimburse the community asset.
Well, sir, I hate to add stress to your already leisurely life, but there's also the law that says, 6713, that says that public officials cannot receive any donations. These contributions that you received before the campaign, were these given before or after you resigned?
I was a private citizen.
So
when
this
they were
was
given.
after you resigned
Oh, yes,
already?
definitely.
No, wait a minute. Let's get that clear. You're saying it was after you resigned, but this is
Yes.
for the entire of 2018. When did you
Well,
resign?
I resigned in October when I filed. October 17. So was when I resigned. I did not place ads for TV purposes until January. I had some placements in local radio stations, and then I placed also in national radio stations. But I can tell you, it's nowhere close to what PCIJ claims.
Would you propose, if you were in Congress, would you propose that the COMELEC have the power or should have the power to compel people to state media expenses even before the start of the campaign?
To me, that would be fair. Also, so that we
Do
would
you think they
identify.
should? Do you think that anybody who spent prior to the start of the campaign should morally, ethically declare how much they spent?
I think that's fair. Just to make sure that you do not, set aside the rationale behind the law imposing a maximum spending limit. No? I think the spending limit should include even pre-election spending.
Okay.
That's a whole lot of money, though. Because
Okay.
remember, in addition to the amount of money that a candidate can spend, he has the same amount of money that he can spend on behalf of his party. So at least now you would know that right now an average candidate for the Senate would declare 500 million, but in reality they probably spent $1 billion.
Okay. Would you set that example and tell everyone how much you've spent?
In fact, that's what I'm thinking when I write to PCIJ, just to show them how inaccurate they are, and to show them that because they're PCIJ, they should be more accurate, because that reporting is very wrong.
Then just do it.
I will.
Why not
if
do
I
it
have the
here?
time.
Why not do us the favor and do it here? How much did Harry Roque spend?
I will write, supported by documents, so that they will know that they're wrong. I will do it. Don't worry.
Give us an idea. If PCIJ, in quoting, what organization?
Nielsen.
Nielsen, in quoting the Nielsen ad cards or ad rates, said that you spent 170. Are you looking at half of
Nothing.
it, a quarter of it?
Nothing. It's a
700%
fraction.
lang, yun, times 7.
It's a fraction of that amount. I will not spend anything close to 171. I will not even spend anything close to half. I will not even spend a quarter of that. Come on.
You said divided by
but
7.
But you think it's possible? It's possible because I've talked to at least 2 senators in 2016.
All I placed were ads, which was 2 ads per network for 2 weeks. Now, and then I spent on local radio 1 month for 3 local radio stations in Mindanao. And then I spent also for 1 month DZBB, DZMM.
But you think it's possible that a candidate, because these
Yes.
persons told me
Yes.
that they spent 150
Yes,
million
it is possible
in
because
2016. Or that's a small figure.
you have candidates no,
150
during
is small.
pre-election time having as much as 6 commercials
Yep.
per day per network.
So it's possible they'll be
It's
spending
possible.
1 billion.
It's possible.
1 billion.
My feeling, in fact, is for you to win a Senate seat, 500
time.
is the minimum, and that you must be ready to spend up to $1 billion.
500 million. That's way
Yeah.
beyond the ad spend. The
I
spending
know
limits
it's
allowed in the Common Act.
150, no, it's 150 for TV ads, no, but I think that's how much should be spent. I don't. Well, in my case, the budget that they prepared, and we did not know how to raise it, was something like 300 million, which was very modest. No? And I was thinking, how on earth are we going to raise this? No?